So, it is 11:28 a.m., basically 11:30, 1/11/2019. My stomach is in so much pain, I don't even know where to begin. If this continues for a few more days, I might have to go back to, like, the ER and get something checked out, because this is ridiculous. It's actually making it difficult to walk around. Because I'm doubled over all the time. Can't really stand up straight because my body starts going into, like, convulsions. It's not wonderful. Not puking, so that's a thing. Don't seem to be having a fever, so that's a thing. Really, I don't know what's going on personally. Truth be told, it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary. I kind of feel like it's sort of day one to reality again. I had a break last night. Yeah. Started indulging in a lot of my fantasies and ideas of what was going on in the past. Grieving and bringing up what I saw as my reality. Truth is, a lot of weird things did go down. And there's still lots of random occurrences still happening, which I'm choosing to ignore, like, all the damn time now. It's just better for my sanity. Yeah, I do want to get better. Yesterday, just driving around and being able to go to Goodwills and whatnot was good. It was a good distraction. I didn't stay here. Did listen to music the entire time, which kind of put me into a sort of a bad mood. I don't know. Feeling a little more stable today, which is nice. Hoping to carry this forward. Into doing something today. I'm not really sure what, though. I was supposed to have my SMI case manager show up, but of course he did that yesterday. So yeah, I don't really think that I have anything to do today, which frees me up to do whatever I want. Oh yeah. In reality, that means I will most likely just sit in the office, scroll through Reddit and Twitter. Maybe go drive somewhere. I don't really have any. I really should use not Mastrop. I was about to say Mastrop. Meetups. Let's see what I can do there. I don't really have any plans. I don't know. I kind of feel like just freaking relaxing. I'm in a lot of pain, man. Trying to just make it so I don't increase that pain, make myself feel even worse. Unfortunately, there are a lot of activities that one can do to help reduce the load of pain, but there is the initial pain that gets involved with moving and getting the thing started. your brain immediately starts seeking out, like, any ability to stop pain. Even if it might not be the best solution in the long run. And oftentimes, most of it's supposed to be short term. We never developed long-term stuff. That's more or less stuff that got introduced later on. That is a cool... Anyways. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I suppose I'd go for a short walk up the neighborhood. See what's up. Let's see what happens with my stomach. Getting up, like right now I'm sitting down and I feel okay enough. But as soon as I stand up, it's like a lot worse. Nausea is not really there. I think that's more or less the Zofran talking and the benzoate. So it might just be food poisoning. That's very possible. Food poisoning can last a long time. Unfortunately, it might have been me giving myself some food poisoning thanks to that crockpot coffee that I made. My body is currently fighting something in my stomach, so I'm dealing with that. Truthfully, though, I haven't felt more stable mentally, even if my body is going through its own fucking thing right now. Which is weird to say, but that's your immune system for you. You're stressed out, it goes out of whack, it starts attacking itself. Especially with certain people that have a disposition for it, either due to their certain genetic disorders or just environmental factors that get triggered or whatever it really is. Oof, ow, ow, ow. Paranoia, man, runs deep. Everybody wants to go, what's next? And what's that? Look, if you're going to build this up, if you're going to make it so that you have the ability to tackle on the entire world economy and basically plunge the world back into what is essentially a beginning state, you got rid of all sorts of government, get rid of all sorts of power, influence, money. Everybody gets stripped away of everything that is them, all the masks and bullshit that is them, and instead they have to survive together, thrive together, create a new world order. Unfortunately, there are a lot of evil people that will abuse that power. So it's really more or less a last resort. There's a lot of shit that you can do before you need to get to that point. It's really not meant to be anything other than a nuclear option and, hey, a threatening tool for some of the people up top to go away, basically. Like, you don't want this to disappear? You want your money to still be there? I don't know. Mayhaps you don't run for office again. I got enough political supporters, it doesn't matter, I'll make the money back up. I'll have you out on your ass. I'm like, really? Because digital currency is real easy to get rid of and make it disappear so it never fucking gets shown up again. Like, there's less of a paper trail with that shit. Besides, do you really want to spend the next 10 years looking for it while you have nothing? In a legal battle? While you have nothing? While you have your insubordinate employees growing by the day, slowly taking over your company? Just, your options are limited. And I know that you want to fight. I know that you want to struggle. That's what got you to the top, right? Well, unfortunately, I locked you in a room of steel, and you're gonna beat your fist against a broken door that's never gonna open unless I say so. You're trapped. And the room, guess what? It's designed to kill. The analogy I'm putting forth, there's nothing you can do. These are your options. But you had damn well better be sure of that. And I mean that. If you're going to do anything like that. Like, you gotta have all your ducks in a row, and even shit that you didn't even think that could happen somehow, still there, and hopefully picked apart, so that way you'd be able to fix it. And again, it's a last resort. It's really not meant to be a way to take over the world. It's really more or less to be something that we're going to use to stop some serious shit going down. You got that? Like, if anybody was to do it, that you need to make it so that it's not like, oh, I have this big giant power, I'm gonna wave it around, slinging it on everybody's fucking faces. It's like, come on. Be responsible. Remember the old adage. Remember what the great Stanley has taught us. With great power comes great responsibility. And we aim to be better than those that we're trying to get rid of. Alright? We're not here to try and become them. We're here to make a better world. I lost sight of that myself. Trying to think I needed to make myself to be infallible, perfect. Trying to pretend like, oh, I'm not perfect, and I did. I don't know. It gets over. You get over it faster, I guess, with time. Like that self-loathing, self-hating, momentary lapse in judgment where you're just like, yeah, I'm the fucking worst. And you gotta go, yeah, I mean, at that time I might have been, but right here, right now, I'm me, I'm working on me, and while I do accept responsibility for my past, I will not allow myself to go back to that point and hurt others. It's not worth it. Not only is it not worth it, it's not right. We can create a new society. There are checks and balances that can be put in place. There are new rules and laws that can be made, amendments to be put forth. Things can change. There's going to be a lot of growing pains, meaning a lot of people that we thought are good are going to be exposed. So, and they're going to be defensive and angry and all that. Hopefully you can give them an out. Hopefully some of them will be able to say, hey, look, yeah, that was me being a dick. I mean, think about some of the people in the past that had their tweets brought up and been of the past, and you go, well, yeah, I said that in the past, but obviously I've grown as a person. Now, granted, there's a huge difference to me. A person that says this a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years, and so on. That what they mean by when they say that changes dramatically over time. because what they were able to get away with, how they were perceived afterwards, and all this sort of stuff ends up factoring into how they're gonna make, whether or not they're gonna do something again. Okay, so like, you know, you gotta hold them accountable too, not let them fuck up again. You know, that's another thing. Or I shouldn't say not let them. It's not up to you. It's not that. No. They have to also be given the opportunity to succeed. Meaning they don't get constantly belittled, constantly pressured, constantly aggravated, and all this over and over and over again. Now, all that's going to do is constantly perpetuate the idea in your head that you're a monster, drive you further into depression, lash out in anger. It's not good. Nobody likes that. And you're perpetuating your own self-image of this monster. And then you start to believe it. And then you just start to go along with it. Because, of course, that's just what monsters do. Never had someone to say, look, dude, what you're doing is not right. You need to fucking quit it. Alright, I'm gonna give you another chance. You better fucking not blow it. I know you get angry. Go use some of your own techniques. Get out. Do whatever. But you don't bring that shit to me. Alright? Because remember, everybody deserves their own mental health, and you don't deserve to be berated by anybody. Nobody deserves to take anything like that from anybody. Alright? That's just as much as assault as anything else. Screaming matches are just assault matches, mutual combat. Goes on for way too long. You end up doing shit that normally in any other circumstance you would never do. But because it built up, because it kept going, because it was just on and on and on, and you two didn't take a break, then yeah, something's bound to snap. Escalation is a thing. Alright, it can start from like a little tiny ant, and then you have a giant mound of an anthill, and then you have something even more. You know, like it just grows. So, yeah, you gotta be able to say at one point or another, look, I'm gonna step away. You're gonna have to do you for a while. I'm gonna step away. And if you come after me, I'm fucking recording this shit. Alright? You see your own actions and how you're being perceived. Maybe you might change your mind a little bit when you see what's actually happening in front of me. Not you, and me. How you're acting towards me. Okay? I know it doesn't look great for you, and I know it makes you more irate, but it doesn't change the fact that you're still in hate mode. Everything that I say or do just turns you into fucking abuse mode. Gotta scream, yell, get your way. Silent treatment another day. Same old shit. It's not changing. Now, nobody changes perfectly immediately. This is something I have to tell myself often. I'm gonna be doing this for a long time. It's gonna take a while before I even feel comfortable with the idea of having a person that's that close to me. Because I feel like I'm just the world's worst monster. And I can't trust myself. And it doesn't help that I have a lot of people, while growing up, telling me basically that same thing. You're a monster. I can't trust you. You shouldn't be able to trust yourself. You're a bad person. In so many various forms. With added extra, nobody should love you. You're worthless. so on, stuff like that. You know, your family things, just family things. And if it's not, congratulations, you're part of the lucky few that doesn't have a dysfunctional family in America. And that's right, you got lucky. Fuck you. But also, I'm happy. We need more of your parents, we need more of you to be able to tell and show the world what it means to be a decent human being. Nobody's perfect, but damn if there aren't examples that are better than others. Yeah, there's some other stuff that's going on in my head, like unethical treatment towards certain individuals, mostly due to other people's biases. I always wondered what would happen if, like, certain very corrupt religious individuals that were predators, you know, preying on kids and nuns and whatever, suddenly, doesn't matter, because if they get exposed, doesn't seem to do a fucking thing. So instead, why don't we hit them where it actually hurts? Get rid of the money that they're more than likely taking, or they have, or start slowly disintegrating their life until they become irate and start exposing themselves for the monster they are. That's the thing. Oftentimes, these monsters have compartmentalization attached to what they do. Oh, they're all nice over here and all this, and then they do this terrible, horrendous thing. And then they compartmentalize it, and they do all these other stuff. And they look normal. Well, what happens when all those other little stuffs aren't exactly quite right, nothing's clicking, and then you have to go more and more back to the thing that they don't like, that they like to do to be able to handle whatever it is. And then, you know, that bleeds into the reality a little more, and a little more, and a little more, until eventually they just break down. I feel like that's a deserving punishment. Rather than, oh, we get exposed, I'm no longer in the church, but ultimately, you know, I don't really even go to jail or have too many problems, and the church itself is still just fine. You know, not like they have to have any other issues, or, you know, they get to say it was caused by the devil, or gays, or whatever, you know, really, because the fact that they did it, and it was them, not someone else, but them, you know, they're passing off blame, trying to minimize. They're doing the basic shit an abuser does, you know. And what happens when an abuser doesn't get their way anymore? They show their true colors. So I think there are certain forms of religion in certain areas that it would be a really good idea to expose the world to the bullshit hypocrisy that is them, and possibly save a few people from being abused in the process down the road. I mean, unfortunately, the most you can do is talk to law enforcement, and if nobody's willing to go forward, then they can't do much, you know. And it's complicated. So, you know, a little vigilante justice to just make their lives a little more miserable. They don't deserve to have great lives, man. Fucking abusing kids. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Talk to me about some crap like, oh, it's all okay, oh, it's fine. Yeah, Look how I turned the fuck out. It's fine. It's wonderful. Yeah. I definitely would love to have it happen again. Not you cocksucking little bitch. I'd make you get down on all floors and lick the fucking heels of my damn foot. Beg for forgiveness. And I'd still stomp you ass. There is something to be said about younger women, or girls in this case, that can sometimes look older than they are. Now, that isn't to say that you're immediately like, I need to sexually predatorize this bitch up. Like, really? You know, that's not like your first thought. It's like, oh, that's a really beautiful person. That's your first thought. Don't feel ashamed about that. Noticing other people's beauty, no matter how old or young they are, is normal, okay? Acting upon something after knowing something is much different, okay? Way fucking different. Granted, it's also up to the other individual to be like, what the fuck, dude? I'm this old. Don't be going near me. You know? Like, be straight up. And that's really only for those that really need it. You know, like, I hate to tell you this, but some of you are going to grow older. You're going to grow up and look older and have that issue more often than others. It's not a rite of passage. Does not make you prettier. Does not make you better than anybody else. What it does do is it really just opens you up for creeps. That's all it fucking does. So congratulations. Looking a little older at a younger age, but you opened yourself up for a lot of creeps. I'm not saying it's your fault, I'm just saying that's what happened. You got the evolutionary creepy gene. The creeps that like to look at you are going to look at you, and that's shitty, but yeah. As long as the creeps don't touch, you know, and as long as they ain't fucking taking pictures, I don't really care. You know, there's a big difference between a glance at a woman's butt than someone standing behind her taking a picture with a fucking cell phone trying to claim, oh, it's okay because it's a public place. Fuck off, dude. Don't be a fucking creep. Or woman, in this case. You have no idea how many times I've seen women take fucking secret-ass pictures of men. And I don't even just mean like, oh, we're going to take a little picture that I'm like, and we're together in a selfie. Or no. I mean creepy ass shit. Like, straight up. It's creepy. Don't do that shit. It's creepy no matter what side you're on the fence. It's creepy. Nothing wrong with being, you know, having a little creep, but if it's with your own boo, that's something different. You know, your boo and you gonna do you. You do you. You don't do you to someone that you don't fucking know, okay? This is something that I feel like should be said and could apply to so many different things. But just because it can be done does not necessarily mean it is right, does not necessarily mean it's okay, and does not necessarily mean you should do it, okay? Just because it can be done is not a good enough reason. Alright? Be careful out there. See you later, Space Cowboys! Yeah, but not really. Pause this for now. Let's see here. It is 11:41 p.m. on 1/11/2019. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear. We were never together to begin with. You stole everything. I don't understand this bullshit with some of these songs saying that you still want to be friends and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, sure. From my perspective, I see someone that intruded upon my life, fucked it up, after I was already fucking it up pretty badly. And then we pretended like we were together because we both needed each other at that point. And then, like, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Clearly this isn't good. So, obviously, I need to not do this anymore. But apparently, you're still here, watching. Which I find weird. Yeah. I don't understand that shit. Like, you're still friends, but... Wait. Then why are you even around? Like, I don't get it. None of my friends were ever like that. I don't really understand the whole thing that is this confusing mess of something or other, truthfully speaking. Like, yeah. And then for some reason you keep trying to be all like, you know, clearly I'm with somebody else and together with them and all that. And I'm all like, we were never together. I know you keep trying to hurt me or whatever, but you're barking up the wrong tree. You're acting like as if I gave a shit to begin with. Like, sure, during the moment, yeah, but now we're here. I don't know why you're here. I'm trying my own damn life. So I want you to ask yourself, all this bravado and bullshit that you keep pushing forward, what is it really? It's a need for attention from somebody you think is actually useful in your life, as far as I'm concerned. I know you want the best for me, but isn't the best for me for you to no longer be interfering and taking up everything else that's going on? You want your own voice to be heard and you want to talk to me, but then for some reason, like, you don't want to actually show up and do that. Instead, you'd like to do it through, like, music and ads. In which case I go, why? What's going on here? Is it something I said? Is it something that you're just not, or do you not exist to begin with? It's just an AI program for individuals, you know, group of individuals that really just want to steal my ideas? Or, I mean, what's going on here, truthfully? Because I don't know. But for some reason, everybody has their own agenda with this whole thing. And mine is to be true to myself and to grow as an individual. Yours is, it would appear, to come back into my life, pretend that you don't want to be with me, and then slowly grow to love me, is what I'm getting from a lot of your shit. Like, you're pretending quite a bit. Like, the one that you're with right now is the person that you want to be with, but all I ever see is you coming after me and flirting and doing that shit. And I gotta say, I'm not okay with that. Don't use me for your own mental insecurities, okay? I don't have shit problems with you if you want to be friends or anything like that. Be nice, be cool, you want to help, that's alright, I don't care. But don't tell me that you somehow magically think that I fucking am in love with you again. That ship sailed a long ass time ago. Okay? You want that ship to come back? Like, you're gonna have to actually show up in my life and not pretend to be there. Don't give me this crap about, oh, you did this, or oh, I did that. Sure, yeah, I had my own problems, and fuck, man, did I ever destroy my phone, which was what you were a part of looking through. So, in a way, I suppose, I kind of did some things, but in reality, at most I ever did was hurt my phone, which was an analog of you. I get that. But, like, still not you. And then, granted, yeah, I have my own issues, and I definitely need to work out. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit here and let somebody fucking try and tell me that they're right for me and that they're all these things when they're not even real in terms of being here or around me or anything, you know? Like, I don't know, man. It just seems arbitrary. This might be the alcohol talking. Alright. Might be the alcohol talking. I don't understand, and this is very much me attacking somebody because I feel very... Maybe, let's go back on the defensive nature of things. I don't understand why you're angry. I don't understand why you're here. I don't understand what you're doing. Ultimately speaking, all I see is somebody that wants validation. And you really should be starting to look for it in your own damn self. Not me, not in your fucking current boyfriend or anybody else that you're talking to. Validation comes from within, alright? And it's hard as shit to get, but damn it if it isn't worth it. Sure, I have a fucked up life and it's gonna take me a while to get better. Alright, whatever. But what I don't need is the idea of somebody pretending to love me, saying that they're going to be there for me when they don't exist. Okay? You talk a lot of game, you try and pick my brain, come up with plans again, be relevant some more for a little while. But, like, I'm angry. Seriously, I am. I'm seeing manipulation tactics again. The same bullshit happening over and over. Why should I deal with it? Why are you here? Either do something, either make a damn choice, whatever. But just know that I wish the best for you, and I don't want you to get hurt, and I hope that you get better. Just fucking... I guess... just watch. Alright? You can't change anything. You are not the problem. I am. I have my own issues. Like, you definitely have your own issues too, and certainly there was more than enough blame to go around when shit was going down, but, like, it's a moot point. We all know that it was shit. We all know. We all know that fucked up shit happened. We all know that people got hurt, feelings got hurt, things that were said that should never have been said. But I'll be damned sitting here listening to somebody complain, somebody that apparently has all this same issues that I do, and apparently has their own person that they can talk to and live with and confide in and all this other sort of shit. Like, get off it. I don't understand why you're doing this. It makes no sense to me. You proclaim that you're still here, but in reality, what I see is another manipulation game happening. And what I'd love to say to your fucking current boyfriend is, hey, watch out, man. She loves to fuck around when it comes down to being in one of those mental problem states. I'm not saying it's all her fault or anything like that, but watch it. You want to pretend that this might not go wrong, it's not the truth. Alright, I'm not even stable, and I can't say that I'd be okay in a relationship. And if she's anything like me, holy fuck, you're in for a ride of your life, if you can keep it together somehow. And then she wants to somehow be able to be all like, oh, but I want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you, and you're all mine, but I have somebody else, and they're this, and like, what the fuck is going on with that? What the fuck? I don't even understand that shit. Like, so, yeah. Like, for instance, like, I understand that there's a lot there, okay, that's to be unpacked, and for some reason the guy is very insecure with me and her when we're not even close together. Like, physically we're not even close, but he's literally so insecure that me talking to her is enough to cause him to have severe insecurity issues. That should give you an indication of the relationship between you and her, okay? She's got her own issues, just like you probably do too, and you two can work it out, and I hope the best for you. But goddamn, don't put your blame on me. I ain't your motherfucking linden tree either, with ideas and other shit that you're gonna keep trying to pop out for me. No, I gotta work on me, man. I know you want to keep trying to squeeze and keep trying to get that extra breeze, but fuck you. Have your fun, have your sex, have whatever the fuck is going on with you and her, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, and I wish the best for you two to be healthy and happy. I do. I don't even know why you're here. I didn't even think anybody was here. I was talking to my damn self, and then next thing I know, I start listening to music again. I start getting the fucking same messages I was back in fucking 2016. Same shit. But apparently, me DJing for myself and having a good old time and enjoying the music that I have is fucking directed at you? Okay. That's a little narcissistic. That's a little bit up there in the highness. It's not all about you, man. I'm not doing it about you. This is for me, motherfucker. I'm having a grand old time. I'm enjoying my music. I got away from all this bullshit automatic shuffle deck crap that comes up with some message of how I'm bad or how I did this or how you want to apologize and that I also did some shit. But in reality, no, I didn't fucking do much of anything. I sat on my ass and I shouldn't say that. I worked my ass off trying to get myself better mentally, alright? And then I suffered my own unfortunate incidents, and then I continued to have issues and take that out on other people. I apologize for that. I'm working on that. There's not much I can do to take it back. However, I'm not associating with you. I am saying you don't need to listen to me. I am saying you don't have to be here. I am saying look out after yourselves, okay? Leave me alone if you want to. If you want to stick around, that's up to you. I don't have the ability to control that shit. Mostly because diving into that sort of thing just becomes a hassle. It makes something that is relatively easy and you don't have to think about into something that you have to be paranoid and worry about more often. I don't need that. All I see is a bunch of hooligans. That's what I see. Same old stuff. Different group of people. Slightly different story. Ultimately still the same damn thing happening again. People ramping up, trying to pretend like I'm the leader, or I'm going to change things, or, oh, I've got the answers. Or, hey, no, he doesn't have the answers, he's going to figure it out, he's going to do all this other stuff. No! The end is done, man. It's over. I'm out. Stop. Don't come to me. Don't give me messages. Okay? If you want to exist in my life, exist in my life. Don't try and pretend like you're there just because you hacked a router or a camera or some other shit and can listen to me. Okay? That doesn't make you special. It makes you intrusive. That doesn't make you good. It doesn't make you evil, but it definitely doesn't make you good. I hate this bullshit when it comes down to it. Like, I'm not let down by any one of you. If anything, I let myself down and I made myself look a fool trying to pretend that I was above others. And ultimately, it cost me a lot of bullshit. I did a lot of shitty things that honestly should never have happened. I fully admit that. And I do truly apologize. But, like, I'll be damned if I'm going to be sitting here trying to come up with some sort of answer to the whole problem that fixes everything. There is no fix. There is no anything. Okay? There's no pill. There's no nothing of that sort. Alright? I hate the idea of this individual that seems to think they have some sort of hold over me by saying these things. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck how many guys you fuck. I don't care. You can be as slutty as you damn well please. You ain't mine. And even if you were, I mean, I wouldn't give two shits usually. Alright, I recognize that people are polyamorous, motherfucker. A one-time fling doesn't mean that you don't love me. At the same time, that's also got to be stipulated ahead of time. You know, hey, look, I'm going to talk. Shit goes down, things go around one another, who knows? You know, that's the life of, especially if you're a celebrity, like I imagine happens a lot, because you have groupies that definitely want to get in your pants, you're drunk, you have all this other shit going on. Sometimes you're going to take that temptation. But I'll be damned if I'm going to say I have any sort of temptation towards a person that ended up basically causing one of the worst years of my life. And I shouldn't say cause. I should say really what ended up happening was a mutual disgust of one another. Okay? Like, we both hated each other and wanted to fall in each other's arms and believe the words that we said. Oh, I love you. Oh, you love me. You're so great. You're so good. We're happy. We're this. We're that. I'm done, man. Memories are all well and good from time to time, but for some damn reason, you just fucking love to point out shit. I don't even understand it. It's like you're looking to get some sort of validation as to what went down, you know, and like, I gotta say, yeah, during those moments, what was going on? I felt love. I did, and I truly wanted to be with you. But times change. I grew up. You know? I realize, hey, what I'm doing is wrong. What I'm continuing to help facilitate is wrong. What's going on with me is wrong. And what I am allowing to have happen to me is wrong. I have worth. I'm not fucking dumb. I'm not some piece of dirt to be treated and be used in any way, shape, or form. I'm not gonna let some assholes take all my shit with my ideas and beliefs and everything else. You know? No, fuck off. I don't have to be beholden to some ideas that you have of me. I'm not locked down to those. Just because you have assumptions, expectations, and everything else over myself does not mean I have not changed, and it does not mean that I have not grown, and it does not mean that I'm going to act or even be the same way that you were. That is what happened back then. I refuse to let you into my life unless you're literally here. So I'd rather that you disappeared off my damn fucking mixes and deal with your own damn life. Okay? Seriously. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, because I'm not saying it in a nice way. But, like, you're not really doing anything, are you? Right? You're just watching, right? Trying to come up with a few things here and there that point me in the right direction. Okay, sure. But then that's not something I asked for. It's not something I wanted, and I certainly didn't even think that you were here when I first started this shit. And I only started thinking that there was someone there because of random weird bullshit. Now I have a team of individuals, all of which say you're basically insane. Like, straight up. You're an ultra-controlling bitch. Like, just getting that out there. Like, I understand that you have to be a bitch to get some things done, but, like, I don't need your love. I need someone who actually loves me to love me. Yours is a twisted, convoluted, thanks to a large amount of abuse, and quite frankly, I sadly helped perpetuate, created. Okay? You have your own issues that you need to work with. Your own damn self, your own fucking person, alright? And your therapist and whatever. Don't be asking me to deal with your damn problems. I'm so sick and tired of all these crappy shit with you trying to tell me, oh, you're better, or oh, I've got my friend, or oh, you know, I'm hooking up, or whatever. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I don't care about that. I'd never give a shit about it in the first place. I haven't given a shit since I fucking dumped your ass 2 years ago. Alright? It was not exactly 2 years, it's about a month and a half now. Not even a month and a half. Hell, it's less than a month and a half. But for some damn reason, everybody wants to say that it's still going on. When what I see myself, personally, is an individual that can't let go. They saw me leave, saying I'd come back. You found other people, your own voice, and then I released your ass. And I said, yeah, I don't need to be hurting you. I don't need to be controlling you. I don't need to be doing any of this shit. I got wrapped up in a situation that never should have happened, quite frankly. Wrapped up in delusions and ideas and fantasies and all this other crap. Right? But that doesn't change that you're still continuing to do this. I'm not going to stop anybody, but goddamn, get your own life. Stop looking after me. Stop trying to think that these songs I want to listen to are all about you. They ain't nothing. I'm having fun, man. This is about me. I'm tired of it. I really am. I don't know why you're sticking around. It's like glue on my side, super glue. I gotta wait till my fucking skin grows again so I can drop you off like a cancerous tumor. That's harsh, but it's apt. Like, I don't understand. I literally didn't say a damn word, didn't listen to any music or anything towards any one of you for over a year. But for some fucking reason, you know me perfectly. And you were waiting. I understand that I was basically insane and started saying I was God and I know how to control all these things and all this stuff. And I apologize. I do. It was stupid. I started believing bullshit, really. Alright? But that's no excuse to have somebody try and put me down because they're insecure, or try and put me down because they got over me, like as if I was some sort of big bad monster, when in reality so many other things were going on you just didn't even fucking see, or didn't want to see because you had your own other issues too. Like, I'm tired of it, man. Like, I'm so tired of it. Like, you're coming after me over nothing. Like, trying to pretend that you were so significant in my life. And you were, but in not helpful or any meaningfully good way. There was no force in which you acted in a positive direction in my life. And that's harsh, but that's true. Having the summer start happening back in 2016 and realizing people were tracking, keylogging, and all this other shit, or potentially, I don't actually know. It turned out to be you and a few others randomly hopping. Eventually, one of you was actually on while I was talking to a clever bot saying, oh, so many things. Definitely wouldn't be the bot talking. But no, it's okay. You were there for me, weren't you, during everything? You told me all the things I needed to hear, everything I wanted to know, all that bullshit, saying that you were oh so good and you were going to make everything right, when in reality you took all my ideas and then took flight, as if you aren't some gold digger waiting to take everything that I've got, again, doing practically the same thing probably to your boyfriend or girlfriend, because you're an opportunistic bitch. Don't matter who you go after, as long as you can get with them, right? That's harsh. But that's my perspective. Other people will have different perspectives. And I'm sure you probably don't see how much you may have hurt me. Or even if you did, you want me to somehow apologize to everything that I may have done to you. And I apologized. You don't want to apologize. You don't really have anything to apologize for, truthfully speaking. And I never expected anything of the sort from anybody. And certainly didn't want it. Because if I got something like that, it would only confirm that I definitely did brainwash individuals into believing shit that just wasn't true. I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry I fucked up. I'm sorry I did so many shitty, terrible things. But that doesn't make me an evil person. That makes me a person that made a mistake, made many mistakes, and kept making more mistakes. And I want to learn and grow and no longer make those mistakes. But shit, man, if it isn't the same old thing over and over, getting the same fucking message, I want to come back together. I want to get back together. I want to get back together. But in reality, motherfucker over here, you got a boyfriend. What the fuck are you on about? Are you shitting me? What the fuck is this? Get off your damn high horse. Go away. You're causing issues. Go learn and fucking better yourself. Or deal with your boyfriend and leave me alone. Like, let the others that are actually still here and willing to help, that aren't gonna fucking... Like, you're no boss anymore. You're gone. There's no boss. There's no any of that. All of it is individualized now. You're just a part of this group that happens to be, oh, so territorial and tries to manipulate everything to make it work for them. Well, I've got news for you. I'm not a part of that. You're not going to make me feel bad. You're not going to make me work towards you, and you're certainly not going to make me go back to you. No fucking way. I don't care how much you grovel and beg. I don't care how much you need me. Alright? What you need is yourself, okay? You don't need me. You're just afraid. As I am. But you're more than likely in a better position than me, and more likely have your own damn friends. And if you got a boyfriend, if he's still around, work with him. Because I don't need to be seeing that shit. I don't need to be having him be jealous and tell me off. Alright? Your shit needs to get the fuck off of my shit, okay? Alright? I don't need him. I don't need you. Alright? To be coming after me like that. You want to ruin a good mood? Fine. That's you. But, like, I'm in a good mood. I'm allowed to be in a good mood. One of the first goddamn good mood days I've had in like 3 or 4 days. I'll take it. Alright? Fucking stomach troubles are so bad. And you want to come after me? Like, oh man, dude, I'm just not in a mood. Like, I just can't do it. Like, you keep pushing, I'm gonna fucking tell you right the fuck off. And this is not me telling you right the fuck off. This is me trying to be as honest as I can and as nice as I can for the situation and how it's made me feel. Alright? Like, help if you want to. That's great. But, like, I'm gonna be working on my own damn self. It's not like I'm gonna be suddenly moving away somewhere and coming up with a big old mansion because there was someone there. It's not like anything is gonna happen, and you know it. You're just... I don't get it. Like, these fucking songs piss me off. They wanna be trying to explain some bullshit, and I'm like, dude, whoever you're with, honestly, if they're stable, like, you two need to work together to be able to make it work, because I don't want your ass over here destabilizing and making your relationship bad as a result of me. Okay? I don't want that on me. I didn't make you decide to start doing these things. I didn't make you suddenly start feeling these things. I didn't make any of this happen. Alright? If you've still got some feelings for me, if you still got some shit going down, if you still have this, I'll give you an option for me. Because, and this is the truth, it's going to take one hell of a long time for me to get to the point where I'm comfortable to even try to be into a relationship with another individual. Okay? It's going to be a while. Maybe in that time you can work on your own damn self and we might meet up. Okay? But before that, I just need to get my own damn friends. I need to get my own, shit needs to happen. And I'm kind of tired of, having people pretend that they know me, or they know my situation, or they know what's going to happen, or any of this other shit. You don't know what happened. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I was there. Seriously, the records aren't even... Hell, they're fucking scrubbed too. Oh, and as for me ever cheating on anybody, there was nothing to fucking cheat on. I understand the idea that we were somehow in a relationship, but we're distant, yet we were always talking through the music, right? So then you started coming up with this old... I don't even know at this point. To the guy that's trying to get underneath my skin, look, you don't have to. You don't need to worry. There's nothing going on with me and her. It's done. And truthfully speaking, I don't even know why she's pretending why she's my friend when so many things went down that ultimately aggravated the relationship to begin with. I'm not saying that we were ever not good, but there was a lot of things that went down, and there was a lot of stupid things. It's I hate to tell you this, but there are two abused people that can end up having two very similar results. They'll end up abusing each other. Unfortunately, oftentimes these are extreme in terms of you get a lot of feelings really quick. You have this whirlwind romance. You start justifying little annoyances or things that you're not getting in the relationship. You start getting jealous, you cheat, and all this other shit starts popping up. And the whole damn thing really should have been, oh, this was just one really good night. Let's take it slow while I do my own thing. Does that happen? No. People like feeling good. As they should. But there are such things as toxic relationships. The person I was then and still kind of am now. No, I can't be with somebody like that. No. There's no way. The most I could hope for, if I'm lucky, somebody that's actually somewhat normal and only has some anxiety or something. Because I'll be damned if I'm gonna be sitting here 5 years from now doing the same thing. If I am, yeah, I'm gonna start thinking about suicide a lot more often. To the point where, honestly, I don't really see much of a reason not to. whiskey's hitting me pretty hard, along with the clonidine, which I decided to take to try and sleep. Anyways, I'm no longer willing to let you try and manipulate me with some bullshit fake jealousy or some other shit. You want to be with me, you're going to need to be real. Even if you are fake. And I mean that sincerely. So even if you can't actually be here physically, like, you gotta be able to figure out a way to get me to do it long distance. I'm not in the mood for secret relationships. I'm not in the mood for any sort of bullshit fantasies. I'm not here to stroke your ego, and I'm certainly not here to protect you. Okay? I can barely protect myself. I still love you, but it isn't in the way that you're probably thinking. I have very easily made platonic love. It's probably one of the few things that I'm still allowing myself to feel. I can be a friend far faster than I can be in a relationship. And what we might have had could be considered special, I guess, in a way. And the idea of another individual who decided to take over my life in certain ways, or start listening in on all my conversations that I was having it with myself at the time, and so many other things. Like, golly, man, I just can't do it. Like, I know you want me to say that I was so shit. Yeah, I was. But there's a lot more to the story and to whatever else is going on. You got yourself better, is what you say. But you're still doing the same thing that you were before. If I was going to give an order to you, I'd say fucking break up, go to therapy, work on yourself. And if you're still, for some fucked up reason, obsessed with me, think I'm good enough, or whatever it is, figure it out with how ourselves to meet, have a whole life together. Because I certainly don't know who you are, certainly don't know what you look like, and that's the end of it. So I'm gonna be playing the game, man. But whoever's there is there, as far as I'm concerned. You can be angry with me, you can be jealous, you can say this, you can say that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you saying that you're gonna help, or saying that you're gonna do this, or any of this stuff. It's great to have the idea and fantasy of individuals there, but it's every bit as taxing mentally. Now, right now, I am pretty darn inebriated. I would not allow myself to drive. Still able to elucidate pretty darn easily. Can't keep my eyes open, though. Eyelids are they just want to stay closed, so. Whew, falling asleep here. Shit, almost fell asleep. Yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry at the idea that there's this person that wants me to. I don't even know what. Honestly, that's one of the more angry parts about it. I genuinely don't understand anymore. And they go something about wanting to be friends or some shit. But apparently, I think it might be just a misunderstanding, honestly. Could be that they interpreted me deciding to listen to music by myself and just enjoying myself, listening to songs that made me feel better in the past because, I was having some shit day and I needed that mental pickup is apparently all about you. And this is the hang up I have with this. This is the chaos you bring into the situation because it can be so easily miscommunicated as a result of all these bullshit secrecies and other crap that's going on that, like, it's too easy to just fuck up. And each party member basically think that the other's trying to antagonize them. And in reality, they're just trying to set up boundaries and do their own thing. I've started to realize that truthfully speaking, there's not much to be done. I don't know, man. Like, whenever I think about this, I get this just general feeling of, I don't know, like, just heaviness. Um, I don't understand why you keep trying to pretend like we had something that was functional. That I don't get, like, even a little bit. Getting these things like you're mine and I want to only be together with you and all this crap, and the next thing I know I hear, well, we're just friends and or oh, we're just this and oh, we're just that. And I go, do you not know like some of the basics for how you would start up a friendship with a person that's like me? Or even yourself? Like, you don't ever say the word love. Love is sacred, motherfucker. Love is a heavy word. We don't experience it very often. I don't use that word unless I truly mean it. I don't say I love this or love that all the damn time, now do I? No.
I reserve that word. It has a lot of meaning and respect to me. I don't divvy it out lightly, but you do. And that's good for you, but that doesn't mean that's the same thing for me. Keep getting the same thing. I don't understand it, man. Some weird ass shit. I mean, they did that before too, which is the weird thing. It's like, oh, we were gonna be in a relationship, we're gonna do all this, and then when I drew near, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I already have a boyfriend, or oh, I'm already doing this, and ha ha ha. It's like, so you're a bully? So you intentionally led me on and decided to cause issues? Okay, fuck you too, bitch. Oh, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of the group. I don't want you here. You're not needed here. Go take your fucking boyfriend and leave. I don't give a shit. You can try and make my life more miserable, but I doubt you'll be able to do it. And that's not a challenge. And it certainly isn't me trying to provoke you. But what I'm saying is that you have your own life, and you need to stop trying to push it onto others. Like, just like me, I had my own damn life, and I was content talking to myself and having my own time and doing all that. And then you inserted yourself into the situation again. The whole common denominator here is you wanting me, and me being afraid to let that happen. And I feel like I have good reason now to be judgmental and cautious towards you. Like, the past, the present have both indicated to me that I don't feel comfortable with you. So don't be angry. Like, I don't really care. Honestly, it's just all going to be the same thing after a while. And the saddest part is, like, I have a feeling saying all this shit might make you try and go after me more. And that's not what I want either. Like, yeah, man. Go do your own thing. Like, I'm not here building up anything. I'm here trying to survive a day at a time. Sometimes less than that. Whoops. Fell asleep for a second there. Killer 6, why are you streaming Borderlands 2? Anyways, and this isn't to be directed at the others that seem to think that they, like, I understand that there are others that are just trying to be friendly. They don't want that and all and everything else going on. I'm not directing it towards you. It feels like a specific entity doesn't want to leave me alone and continues to stalk me and harass me and pretend that I'm jealous, try and get me through jealousy. Like, I don't need you in my life. Yeah, you were special, that you were basically the first love I ever had, but you're also special in the fact that you didn't exist. So there's that, you know? So, yeah, just, I wish the best for you. I hope you do well. But if you keep coming after me with some bullshit like that, like, I don't have to fucking hear it, and I'm gonna tell you off about it. Words don't hurt you. Fine. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Stop fucking talking to me then. Why are you still here? Why are you saying anything? Oh, you want to rap? You want to keep doing all these things? Why? Do I have to make it clear? You're not welcome here. If all you want to do is fight and cause issues, if all you want to do is say boo-hoo, take me back, boo-hoo, it's okay. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm getting mixed messages from everybody I talk to, it seems like. Go this place, totally different message. Go to this place, another different message. Over here, it's just, I don't get it. Like, you need to consolidate some of your thinking a little bit. You gotta understand that it's not like I can totally understand who and what and where is, like, the separate factions of individuals that are in on this. So, yeah, like, what the heck? Why you gotta be doing stupid things like that, man? Or a woman? Like, I know you want to hurt me and all that, because I hurt you. Or maybe you don't want to hurt me, maybe you just something else. Truthfully, I don't know, and honestly speaking as well, I'm not sure I totally give a shit. I'd rather that I went back to just having good songs that I could enjoy. I'd rather that you stop pretending that I give a shit about every little thing that you do with how you are doing. No, I need to rephrase that. And I also need to resend some. If I had any goddamn wish, I honestly don't know what I'd wish for outside of changing the world for a better place. I wish for the power to do that. Or I wish that the world could do it on its own. Because that's what's needed. Having all the money in the universe wouldn't change anything to me. Money's great and it gets you things, but it doesn't get you what you need, which is in your mind. Money allows you to spend time in activities and hobbies, therapy and other things that ultimately help you out a lot more than sitting around doing nothing. So yes, money can help, but it's not a cure. I don't know, I'm just tired, man. Like, I'm so tired of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Like you want to see your friends, then you want to get back together doing this, and then you want to do that, and it just, I don't know, man. Just seeing a bunch of random crap. Yeah, unfortunately though, a lot of crap is what's being fed, and people are eating it. And I don't even mean that literally, I mean that figuratively as well, even perhaps metaphorically for certain things. Right, I need to stop this because I'm going to fall asleep. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry for the way I phrased some of the things here. Definitely some things that I probably could have done better, but just know that um something. Let's finish this.